this PHP tutorial. Today we are going to learn about variables in PHP, the building blocks of any dynamic web applications. Let's get started. First of all, what is a variable? In PHP, a variable is like a container that holds different types of values such as numbers, text or lists. Think of it as a labeled box where you can store and retrieve data whenever needed. Why we use variables? Imagine you are solving this math 2 plus 4. Yes, of course, this works fine. But what if you want to add different numbers without rewriting the code every time? That's where variables help. So before creating the variables, we need to follow some rules. In PHP, all variables should start with a dollar sign. The variable can contain letters, numbers and underscores. Third one must start with a letter or underscore and not a number. Okay, the examples of valid variable names: $num, $num1 and $_count and dollar maybe mixed of small and caps letters. These are all the valid variable names. Okay, let's see the invalid variable names example. The variable cannot start with numbers. It should not start with number, and the variable should not contain any spaces. Okay. Now assigning values to the variable. Here num1 holds the value 8 and num2 holds the value 23. Okay, using the assignment operator. We will use the assignment operator to give a value to a variable. You can now use them like this in PHP. Echo num1. It displays the number num1 variable's value 8, and echo $num2. It displays 23 as a output to the user. Let's take it one step further. Adding two variables. Let's use those two variables to do a sum. Sum equal to num1 plus num2, and then echo. Using echo statement we can print the sum, the variable values. Okay, or we can use it in a one step like echo num1 plus num2. The output remains same. Okay, 31. Now the importance of meaningful names. Okay, the bad variable name like $n equal to some string values double inside the double quotes, and then $p equal to some values inside the double quotes. It is a bad naming for variables. And then good naming like $n name. Instead of n we can use $name, and then instead of p we will use $password. Using clear variable names makes your code readable for you and others. Imagine coming back to your code after a few months. Would you understand what $n and $p means? That's why we need to consider meaningful names for variables. Clear variable names help you, your future self, other developers reading your code. At last, ending statement with a semicolon. In PHP, every statement must end with a semicolon, just like sentence end with a full stop. The last quick recap about variable. A variable name, it starts with a dollar and it starts with the letters and then underscore. Assigning values to the variable using assignment operator. We can print or we can display the variable values using the echo statement in the PHP. Just adding two values. Okay, we will use two different variables and then we can use the additional arithmetic operator to adding two values using variables. Okay, and that's it. Now you know the basis of PHP variables. Keep practicing and happy coding. Thank you.